Hi guys, I'm back, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my book collection because I didn't really finish showing you all the shelves. So, yeah, I'm just going to try to get through all of it, and then I'll upload it in parts. And I did get a new book today, so I'll show you that when I get there. But that's what I'm going to do. So, here is my book collection. One more thing I forgot to mention, if you see any books that you would like me to review that I have read, and I'll tell you if I've read it or not, please, please, please tell me, and I will do that review for you. So, now, here's my book collection. So here's the first shelf. Most of these I have not read, but I'll go through it. Cranking Glass by Ellen Hopkins, I have read those, and I've reviewed both of them. I have Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Niffenegger, The Guardian by Nicholas Sparks, and The Lost Symbol. I have not read either of these. Impulse, I did a review for you guys. I have Evermore by Alison Noel. Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan. J. Asher's 13 Reasons Why. The Hunger Games, which I've reviewed. Catching Fire, which I have not read yet, and Fallen by Lauren Kate, have not read yet. Titan's Curse, Sea of Monsters, and The Lightning Thief, the first 3 books in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. Fool by Christopher Moore. Charlene Harris, Dead Until Dark. Which President Killed a Man? Alfred Hitchcock's Stories to be Read with the Door Locked, and Hauntings and Encounters of Different Kinds. I have not read any of these. I've actually looked at this one a little bit, so I could do a review of this one if you would like. And I'm going to cut away to show you the back of the shelf. So here's the shelf behind it. I have Secret Lives of U.S. Presidents, which I've read most of. It's kind of like a book that you don't have to read the whole book to understand it. It's just kind of like facts about the presidents. All My Roald Dahl books, the BFG, the Twits, the Magic Finger, Boy, The Witches, and Matilda. The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Angels and Demons by Dan Brown, which I've read. Digital Fortress by Dan Brown. I have not read either of these. And I also have Deception Point by Dan Brown, and my dad's reading that one. I have not read that one yet. Bill Napier's Splintered Icon. I hear this is a lot like Dan Brown's book, so I decided to get it. My friend gave me that. Sarah Pinborough's books are right here. I have The Reckoning, Breeding Ground, The Taken, Tower Hill, and Feeding Ground. I've read all 4 of these, but not The Feeding Ground, which is the sequel to this book, which I love. So if you want any reviews of this, just tell me. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, this is the first book. Life, the Universe, and Everything, which is the 3rd book, and So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, which is the 4th book. I've only read this, and the second one, but I don't own the second one. So, yeah. Raptor Red by Robert T. Baker, have not read yet. I started reading it, but I'm going to reread it, because I stopped. Stormfront by Jim Butcher, I have not read. Furies of Calderon by Jim Butcher, have not read. I haven't read all of these, actually. Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Prey by Michael Crichton. The Watchers by Dean Koontz. Intensity and The Husband and Phantoms, all by Dean Koontz. And Maximum Ride by James Patterson. And The Wild by Whitley Strieber. On the front of the second shelf, we have On a Pale Horse by Pierce Anthony. I have not read that. The Ruins by Scott Smith, I have read. Really good. Queen of Sorcery, Magician's Gambit, Castle, Wizardry, and Enchanter's Endgame, all by David Eddings. I have read those. Belgroth the Sorcerer by David and Lee Eddings. I have not read. Mass Effect Ascension, which I have not read yet, and Meg by Steve Alton. I have not read. The Subtle Knife, have not read yet. I haven't read all of these, actually. Guardians of the West, King of Murgo, Stephen Lord of Coranda, Sorceress of Darshiva, and Seeress of Kel. That is the Malorian series by David Eddings. Then we have The Losers, Regina's Song, and High Hunt. All those are single novels by David Eddings, one of my favorite authors. Up here, oh, you can't really see that really well. I'll just pull it out. The Forest of Hands and Teeth by Carrie Ryan. The Summoning by Kelly Armstrong. Identical by Ellen Hopkins. This is Dangerous Days of Daniel X by James Patterson. I have read that. I have not read any of these other ones. Daniel X Watch the Skies, the sequel, have not read. Hawks Harbor by S.E. Hinton I haven't read yet. Or any of these. I haven't read these two. Or identical. Back here, I have It by Stephen King. The Stand by Stephen King and Salem's Lot by Stephen King. The only ones I've read of these is Salem's Lot, and I'm reading these two. It'll take me a while since they're like 1,000 pages, but then over here we have a new collection of 3 novels. This has Congo, Spear, and Eaters of the Dead by Michael Crichton. I've only read Congo. Cujo by Stephen King I have not read yet. The Dark Tower, Gunslinger by Stephen King I have not read. The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova. Necroscope by Brian Lumley. Gregory Maguire's A Lion Among Men. And Philip Pullman's Lost Lake. Philip Marjolin Lost Lake, I'm sorry. I have not read any of these. Tale of the Body Thief, the 4th book in the Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice. Have not read. The Host by Stephanie Meyer. I haven't read either. The Harry Potter series is back here, if I can move these. There's books 1, 4, and 7. I've read all these. Library of Classic Horror Stories. That has like 7 books in it. It has Dracula, Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll, and Mr. Hyde. Let me see if I can pull it out. Here. There are all the books. Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, The Body Snatcher, Markheim, all by Robert Louis Stevenson, Dracula, The Island of Dr. Marnow by H.G. Wells, and 6 stories by Edgar Allan Poe. I have not read any of those, so I want to, though, because it's an awesome collection. Okay, behind here, we have City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, have not read, and the rest of the Harry Potter series. As you can see, my 5th book is, like, destroyed. So that's the second shelf. On the 3rd shelf, I have my manga collection, which I'm not going to go through. I have The Kite Runner, which I am reading right now. I'm about that far. And I have R.A. Salvatore's The Legend of Drizzt Collector's Edition, Book 1, which contains Homeland, Exile, and Sojourn, the first 3 books in this series by R.A. Salvatore. I bought this today at Borders. It was a really good deal. It was like $15 for all these. This is awesome. So glad I got that. Down here, the rest of my manga, and 2 other books. Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, sorry. The Girl Who Played with Fire by Stieg Larsson. And then the rest of my manga. That's my first 3 shelves. Look out for the next part, which shows my last 3 shelves, coming soon.